Hello and Merry Christmas from Steve's Vintage Model Builds. Hope everyone's doing well and looking forward to a joyous and uh, happy Christmas time. Wishing that for everyone. Please stay safe, be responsible, but still have fun. Yeah. Okay, so today's December 22nd, and I'm not doing a year-end video. So many people do year-end videos and who are way better than me. Peter Oxley's got one going on the 29th. And Jason over at Model Kit Stuff, he's going to have a year-end show that includes a showcase of his subscribers and members' models. And so, but anyways, I have just a little short thing. Speaking of James, hey James. Welcome to everyone, and deep appreciation for all my subscribers. I really appreciate everybody. There's too many to name, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Peter Oxley and Zinzan over at Zinzan Scale Modeling, who has just embarked on the 140 Airfix 148 Westland Lysander build. And it's going together like a dream. So that's always very nice. Yeah. And he had no problems with his kid. His kid was fine. Everything was perfect. So, yeah, there you go, as far as I know anyway. So, yeah. So, yeah, and speaking of James, and, and especially all the gang over at Peter Oxley's channels. You all know who you are. It's a wonderful community, and we're very blessed to have to be able to have such a forum to enjoy. So thanks, Peter. If you haven't already subscribed, make your way over to Peter Oxley's channel, and he has two channels: Peter Goes Rogue and also Mr. Matchboxes. But if you look up Peter Oxley, that's Oxley. There you go. He'll just come up. So yeah. So I hope I've got the light all right here today. Been playing with a few different little things. Might be a little shiny on the forehead, but it doesn't look like I'm broadcasting from a dungeon. Which the hobby room kind of is. Well, it's a man cave, right? So, but anyways. Ginger tea, made from scratch, made from fresh ginger. It's the best thing in the winter. It's fabulous. If you can take it just on its own, it's great hot or cold. But if you want to add lemon and honey to it, nobody would really be upset, or shouldn't be upset in any case. So, yeah, it's what a horrid day today. Oh my goodness, the worst of Vancouver Island. What Vancouver Island has to offer. It's cold and windy, driving rain. There was even some hail, for heaven's sake. Yeah. So, but anyways, all safe, snugly warm. But I did go out to pick something up. And I don't know if Santa delivered it. No, I picked it up. So here's Santa. This is one of our favorite Santa ornaments. Just going to show a bit here. And very nicely detailed. I think it's a Hummel, but I'm not sure. Anyways, and yeah, beautifully detailed. And there he is with his winter walking sticks. And he's got a teddy bear, and he's got a couple baby dollies and little girl dollies. And the thing I love is, how can I turn him here so you see? Yeah, see that? Got a big old glowing pipe in his mouth. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, the jolly old elf. Wonder what he's smoking. Makes him jolly. Some of that there, what you call it? South Farthing pipeweed, you might say. Anyways. Okay, so yeah, as I said, for the third time, speaking of Jason over at Model Kit Stuff, the same as goes for Peter, as for Peter. Jason's got a great channel, and they actually collaborate on things from time to time. So, excuse me. Excuse me. But Jason did a nice little video on stocking stuffers and things to get for the modeler in your life, and he got great great response. He got a lot of views and all sorts of things. I'm not going to do a full thing on it, but there were a couple things. If you're kind of hunting for some last minute stocking stuffers for your modelers, and not all hobby related, but anyways, so I've shown this before on the channel. You know what these are, right? It's like a little manicure set, right? I don't know where the tweezers are. I took the tweezers out to tweeze something. So anyways, you get a file and you get a pair of nippers, and you also get these different things that are helpful in manipulating, and especially when you're working with putty or anything like that. And you know, you can get that at the discount store for whatever. And so that's a cute little stocking stuffer, especially if you're on a budget. Oh yeah, the other hobby related thing is these lead weights. You can get them at your hardware store or your sporting goods store, wherever you get, you know, wherever there's fishing stuff. And they're really handy. Sometimes you need to weigh down either the front or the back of the model. And also, you know, you can use the little ones to put them in your paint, to use as paint agitators. And I don't know what something like this costs, but it's not much. So there's that. Another little thing you can get at the discount store is one of these. And it's a cell phone holder, and it goes up and it goes down, and it folds up and it folds down, and just slips right in the pocket. So it's a really handy thing. I use mine a lot. So there's that little thing. I don't know, maybe costs $5, maybe. All prices Canadian. And the other thing here is I picked this up. I picked this up in, I like my face. I picked this up in Japan when we were there last year. And what it is it's a battery. And it's great for when you're traveling, or if you might be kind of on a long trip where you're not going to be able to charge your get to a charger, or you know, charge your device or whatever. And I think this cost me about, I think it was 650 yen, which is about $6 Canadian. And you've got 2 different types of charging ports, 3 altogether. And 10,000 whatevers. I don't know what people who know stuff like that will know what that means. And yeah, we found it very helpful on our trip. You know, a lot of people have them in their cars now and stuff like that. So you know, if you're in the car, you know, but if you're out hiking or whatevering, or you know, in the wilderness, yeah. So we got this at Daiso, which is a you know, it's a big Japanese discount store. And yeah. Oh no, I lied. Liar, liar. This retails for $1,100, which is about $10. So, and we had the power. Yeah, there's 2, 1 Type C and 2 Type A ports. We had the power go out the other day for about 4.5 hours, and we hooked up our phones to this, and we had access to whatever. So yeah, $10. And I don't know. I mean, you know, obviously you're not going to go to Japan. That would be a nice Christmas present for your spouse. But you know, I'm sure you can get the same kind of thing anywhere here. but something people might not really think of. Yeah, so there's that. And then I'm not going to review these today, but again, for the modeler in your life, or if you're looking to just get someone started in the hobby, or someone who's pretty new to the hobby, and here's two kits. So this one is the Italeri number 320-135 Commando car. Tamiya does something similar that comes, I think, with 3 figures. And it might even be a reboxing. I don't know. I didn't look it up on ScaleMates, but this one has 1 figure, and it's Tamiya has it as a SAS Jeep, and you can see on the back, Italeri makes some pretty good models. There's some dogs out there, especially the older ones, so you have to be careful. So, but I would suggest, looking them up on ScaleMates, or seeing what kind of builds you can find. And it's pretty straightforward. I mean, here's your sprue map. There you go. And so, it's pretty straightforward, easy to build. And I got this one off Amazon, and I think including tax, it was about $25. So, just a small gift for, like I say, a beginner modeler, or someone you just want to get started in the hobby, or even just, nothing fancy, super special, but same kind of thing here. Hasegawa does quite a range of these. I have the F-18 Super Hornet, as well as a couple others. Hasegawa kits are good. And since this box is already opened, we'll see what you get here. You get a figure, which is, to be honest, kind of lame. But by the time the canopy's on, you're not going to see it anyway. So, you're going to paint over it mostly anyway. So yeah. So we've got the body here, clear parts. I guess that's the underside. Wings and tail planes, and 1 full sprue rack of armaments. So not a complicated kit. Again, I picked this up at my local hobby shop, NRC Hobbies, and I think it was like $22 plus tax as well. So, but a great little kit. And of course, F-16 is a pretty famous fighter. I think there's about 2,000 in service in various different air forces throughout the world. Israel still flies them to great effect, and I believe that they were granted permission to make their own upgrades. So theirs is the F-16I, and they added their own stuff, who nobody's going to talk about. But anyways, yeah. So Iran found out just how effective the F-16s still are, along with all the other things that they've got. So, but anyways, enough of that. Okay, so now we're going to have. All right. So for the second year in a row, a very generous anonymous benefactor who sent me a box. of stuff. So this is going to be not doing any unboxings today, except unboxing the kits from the box. And I opened the tape, but I haven't looked inside, so I have no idea what's in here. And the only reason I did that was, I'm sure, you probably think it's a waste of time watching my show anyways, but it's even more of a waste of time watching me cut into stuff. Okay, so without further ado, lots of useful bubble wrap. Oh, now there's one thing here that I kind of expected. But if I showed it, then the anonymous benefactor wouldn't be anonymous anymore. And I don't think he cares if he's anonymous, but I just like to keep him anonymous. So there we go. Okay, so we have some wonderful stuff here. Let's take a look. We have popcorn. Okay, here. Now, let's see what this is. Oi, oi, oi. Look at these ICM drone hunters. 135 scale. Multi-purpose Humvee. Machine gun plus gunner, observer with binoculars, and manpads operator. Or manpad operator. There we go. That is fabulous. Look at that. And, oh, about stocking stuffers, too. A couple of things. It might be a bit late now, but going forward, and this would go for, new modelers as well. A lot of companies, including ICM and Vallejo, and also Vallejo has a line called Panzer Aces, and they do sets. They do sets of paints. ICM will do sets of paints specific to a particular kit, but they'll also do more general, like a olive drab and a sand this and a whatever that. And, usually you get 5 or 6 paints, and often at a much better price than if you buy them individually. And the other thing too is, and this would apply, it's probably too late now, although sometimes you can get stuff the next day, or maybe by Wednesday, is toolkits. There's all different varieties of them, and I know I got one. It cost me about, I think it cost me, by the time the tax was paid and everything, I think it was about $120. But actually no, I'm thinking $89. It was, I think, $89, and I got sandpaper, I got tools, I got tweezers, I got pin vise, all sorts of polishing stuff, and they range anywhere from $30-40 all the way up to $200 or whatever, depending on what's in them. But that was fabulous as far as I was concerned. I think that's great. So this one is wonderful, and I'm really enjoying doing figures now. Viewers might recall, I did a little diorama, World War II mortar team, and let me see if I can get it. Anyways, here it is, and you've got the radio guy, two assault troops. I have to glue this guy down still. And this was actually from two different sets, different figures that I didn't use. Um, yeah, and yeah, stop it. Did you hurt your ears? Yeah. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I mean, I think it turned out pretty good. There we go. Okay. There. So now, what's next here? Well, and you know, there was a lot of stuff that has gone on about Airfix, and I want to say right off the bat, I got nothing against Airfix, okay? And I want Airfix uh, to succeed as a British company. And but they have, I guess a good way to put it is they've had some missteps this year. And there was a lot of controversy over the 109, and there were some problems with the stalwart, and so and I think a lot of the, I don't want to call it anger, but it's more disappointment. But you know how that can turn to anger. Um, Disappointment in that you know expectations are high from Airfix, rightly so, and they have so many loyal fans. I don't build a lot of Airfix. I love their vintage classic stuff, and I have a couple of other things. I got the dogfight doubles with the 109 and the Mustang, and I've got a couple of others. But just for whatever reason, for some reason I don't know why, they tend to they're a little expensive here in Canada compared to other stuff. Um, and I mean, we only got the Sea King, I think, in July of this year. So, things are slow to be released, but, you know, that's the post colonial backwater that is now Canada. What can I say? Anyways, so what do we got? Something from Moorland Pottery. My goodness. This is really turning into a. Ooh. Okay, this is beautiful. But again, I'm covering some stuff up because anyways, it's a beautiful mug from Moorland Pottery, Burslem, Stoke-on-Trent in Staffordshire. And it says microwave and dishwasher safe. Email sales@moorlandpottery.co.uk. I'll hold that up for all to see. Can you see that all right? sales@moorlandpottery.co.uk. And that's certainly a lovely thing. And now, holy jeez. Oh my goodness, look at this. My friend, you've outdone yourself. The ICM B-26F Marauder, World War II American bomber. 3 schemes. Model represents the B-26F Marauder variant with its distinctive increased wing angle of attack. Fuselage features special characteristics unique to the B-26F Marauder. Detail recreation of both cockpit and fuselage. Decals for 3 aircraft versions featuring unique nose art designs. 38.7 centimeters by 45.5 centimeters with a total of 380 parts. And that's just magnificent. I mean, look at that. My friend, thank you very much. Okay, so where are we at here? Oh, we're only at about a half an hour. You want to take a quick look at the Marauder? Yeah, let's look at the Marauder. Yeah, so that little diorama, it only, took me a few hours over a weekend. And it was a lot of fun. Oh, and here's a tip. I use sawdust for the base. And then I just, spray painted it green. But it gives a nice uneven texture. Yeah, this could have used another spray, but you get the idea. Just a piece of styrofoam and some PVA glue and sawdust. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to turn this down. It's a big kit. And we know ICM, they don't leave extra space. It's always the perfect amount of space for the size of the box, or for the size of the kit. Here we go. So we'll take a look at this. And yeah, I'm not going to say much about Ukraine. It's a horrible situation over there. Best regards to Valeria and the entire team. It's just it's absolutely miraculous at how they are able to do what they do, and at the highest level of excellence, and under such difficult circumstances. I wish there was an easy way to stop it, but there isn't. Anyways, I don't want to get too much into the politics, but the fact is, Putin's not going to go. He's not going to leave. He's going to keep what he's got, and he's going to try and get more, and he's not going to stop. He's going to try and get more and more and more. So, I don't know how it's to be solved. But Ukraine is having great success. But compared to Russia, they're a small country by population, and their homeland's just been devastated. So maybe if we could have a Christmas miracle this way, and people in Russia, well, you know what? Yeah, I mean, I'll come right out and say it. It's only going to end the same way it's always ended, with collapse. And World War I, 1917, after the Russian army collapsed and the navy, and then there was a revolution, and then after post World War II, it eventually just collapsed under its own weight and incompetence, which is what Canada's on its way to now, but that's something else. Anyways, enough of that. Okay, so we're just going to go through this very quickly. And Peter Oxley had mentioned today, he did a review on the Tamiya 148 Kurogane and Dyna set. Includes 5 figures, and anyways, and he was kind of moaning a bit, and I get it. That Tamiya still staples their stuff together. They call them Hotchkiss fasteners, and I actually looked into it, and it's just straight economics. Using the Hotchkiss fasteners is cheaper than heat sealing everything. I mean, it's and I suppose, anyways, need one of those. German lady I used to work with, she called it a schnick remover. Yeah, those things with the claws. But yeah, you got to be really careful. So anyways, they have very carefully packed this in foam wrap. I'm not going to open the bag. Beautiful nose canopy. And as always, everything looks flawless. God. The size of this is going to have to hang from the ceiling. Okay, back down. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Everything beautifully packed in such a way as to not rub up against or scuff too much or at all. Christopher! Look at this. Look at the body. Oh my goodness. That's going to be massive. And those engines. Look at those engines. Can you see them? Where are they? Here. Beautiful, beautiful radial engines. There you go. Yeah. And again, ICM, they put this in with their paint palettes, their water-based acrylic paints. And then they also list their acrylic paint sets. The Ghost of Kiev, Ukrainian Air Force. 6 bottles. And sometimes they even add thinner. And they offer a variety of primers as well. So fabulous. Way to go, ICM. And yeah, about Airfix. There's a lot of manufacturers and manufacturing capacity in Eastern Europe. Very high quality stuff. Since Revell started producing their stuff in Poland, it's just been top notch. Everything fits. Everything's great. And of course, there's a number in Ukraine. Edward out of Czechoslovakia. And yeah, I mean, everybody's a competitor. But, Eastern Europe really seems to have it down. So maybe look a little closer to home, Airfix. Anyways. Oh, and another thing I heard today, just by way of a bit of news, and nothing, well, nothing's finalized, but it may very well be that Rolls-Royce aircraft engines, their aircraft engine division, well, they are leaving Britain. The only question is, will they switch their production to Germany or the United States? And the rumors are kind of coming out that the U.S. is ahead by more than a nose um, over Germany for various reasons, mostly the labor situation. Of course, you've got companies, I mean, obviously GE, is a big American company over there, and so yeah, Germany for the labor situation, as well as the whole EU entanglement, which I won't comment on any longer or any more than that. So yeah, I mean, it would be a shame for Britain to lose Rolls-Royce engines. The car company's still staying there, or there's no plans to move that, the automaker. But and it's not a wild guess to figure out the reasons. Mostly the business climate, the cost of doing business in the UK, um, along with a lot of other factors. So uh, it would be a shame to see them go, but it would even be more of a shame to have it, you know, fail uh, because of a climate that they're not able to work in. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, just a little rumor. It's floating around the industry, and well, it's not a rumor that they're looking to move. Um, like I said, the decision's been made. It's just a question of whether it will be um, Germany or the United States. And of course, just like in Canada, things aren't going to be getting any better in the UK. Um, but I'm not going to get all into that. So thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate everybody's time. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. I welcome comments, criticisms even. Please just be respectful and uh, not abusive or abrasive. And I'm happy to adjust my opinion or whatever. Always happy to learn. You just show me, and okay, I'm not going to be stubborn about it and say I'm going to think this anyways, no matter what, despite what I see in front of my face. If Miss Tamina makes a mistake, which she does sometimes, uh, always forgiven, love you. But you know, I'm not a hypercritical person. I'm not even a critical person. When I have an opinion, it's usually a thoughtful opinion that I'm prepared to defend. But if I make a mistake, let me know. I don't think there were any mistakes here, except maybe making this video in the first place. The lighting looks good. Might be a little shiny forehead, but certainly not like it was before. So I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Stay safe, have fun, and eat, drink, and be merry. Wassail! Bye now.